I'd also like to thank everybody who's worked on the campaign in any regard, whether you've been manning one of the polling stations today or whether you've been here counting tonight. An awful lot of people put a lot of effort in to keep our democracy functioning, and you're all heroes in my view. I'd like to congratulate Bob, who has been an absolute gentleman on this campaign every time I've met him, and I'm sure he'll be an excellent MP for the Isle of Wight. And I'd like to congratulate my other opponents as well, who joined me in the losers enclosure, but with heads held high. Democracy requires losers, otherwise it's not a democracy, it's North Korea. I would like to say one thing, which is that tonight the Labour Party recorded on the Isle of Wight its best result since 1959. Not bad for a party that 6 weeks ago was told not to stand. There are far too many people to thank in the Labour Party, and I don't want to miss anybody out, so I'm only going to mention one, which is Will Chase, who has been the person who's basically kept me on the road for the entire campaign, including literally keeping me on the road occasionally when the driving gets a little bit dodgy. The reason I can't thank enough people is because this has been a truly democratic campaign. We have, as a party, organised all over the island with people taking their own initiative, setting up their own events, going out leafleting, having street stalls. It has been a movement. It's been a movement, not a man, as Jeremy Corbyn would say. And I'm just humbled, absolutely humbled to have been the figurehead for that movement during this election campaign. So thank you, everybody who's put your vote in the Labour box, and everyone in the Labour Party who put your trust in me.
I would like to echo exactly what Bob and Julian said about everybody who's worked very hard to put our democracy into action with this, the counting agents, the ballots, the boxes across the island. It's been fantastic. And congratulations to Bob and to everybody else who stood for fighting the campaign so strongly. On the island, the Green Party have mobilised locally on local issues without having a mass media national focusing on us. This campaign and increasing our vote by about 50% on the island is absolutely fantastic in comparison to what's going on elsewhere in the country at the moment for these smaller parties. We need a working democracy with a diversity of voices, and it's so important that those parties are listened to, and that's reflected in the voting, and I feel very, very proud that we've managed to do that here tonight. We're going to take this forward, and we're going to be meeting and regrouping and re-looking at Eco Island and what we can actually do with all our elected parish and town councillors and county councillors across the island that we've gained this year as a party. We've worked very, very hard with people locally and people who've given us support from regional and from national. So thank you very much.
I'd just like to echo again everything that's been said already, and I don't want to go over and repeat that, but I just want to say a big thank you firstly for my electoral agent, who was my mum in this, and it was her first time being electoral agent, so I'd like to thank her for that, and I'd like to thank my amazing Liberal Democrat team, who have only recently come together and have been absolutely amazing through this whole campaign. For the Liberal Democrats, you know, we knew coming into this that this was our rebuilding, that this was our time to come back, and one of the things that I wanted to do was to lead us out of what I felt was the loss that we had of losing the community, not just in terms of votes, but in terms of who we were on the island. And our mission now, and we all know this as a team, is that we have to reconnect back to islanders, because the alternatives need to be there. We are a party about building new consensus and alternatives, and if we're going to be able to change the island in the future, we have to put that together. Only the Liberal Democrats are the only party to win out against the Tories, and we will carry on trying to fight that. And while I congratulate Bob Seeley today and wish him luck, I will give one warning. Whatever election, whatever battle, whatever situation that the island's needs are lost, or the island's voice is lost, we will be there. The Liberal Democrats will be there from now until the end of time. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much. I'd like to echo the thoughts and thank the returning officer, his staff, the police, my fellow candidates behind me. I'd like to congratulate Bob Seeley on winning this election. You've got a lot of people to represent, Bob. This is the biggest constituency, and that's a lot of people to represent. It's a big job for anyone. So I wish you well. I'd like to thank my campaign team, my agent Sonia Ward, my mother who long-suffering, long-standing beside me, and the whole of the team who have come together so excellently at such short notice. We knew going into this election that this was going to be a difficult one for us, and it's turned out exactly that way. We hoped that we might do a little better. It has turned out not to be so. We won't be disheartened, and we won't go away. There's still a big job to do. Looking at the national situation and the split seats, it looks as though it could be heading towards a hung parliament of some description, or a very small majority. That puts the future of Brexit in the air, and that is where UKIP come back into it. This is our time again. We will be the party that defends Brexit. We will be the ones that defend the referendum of last year and the will of the people. And on the island, we've started to lay out a programme that we believe people will buy into and that will win us support in the future. So I'd just like to finish by thanking everybody that supported me tonight.
Well, I think that's me. I'm the last one standing, so it must be my turn. Thank you, everybody who put across by my name yesterday. Your faith in me will be rewarded, because I will be carrying on working business as usual for me come Monday, and I've got several elements within my manifesto that I can now enact anyway in my role as county councillor and in the business community as well. So I should be going back to work straight away on Monday. I'd like to thank my grandfather Neil, who's going to be 99 in 2 weeks' time, for his faith in me, and my parents Peter and Diane, and my brother, and all my friends that rallied around me and helped out in so many ways. And even our madcap day in the 1954 Land Rover with the loud hailer was absolutely fantastic. I've got no regrets at all about standing, because it's all about having choice for people. And I had a chance to raise some really important island issues, and some national issues too, which I'm not shying away from. You know, we have been let down by successive governments in the island. We do things differently here, and we need to have a bigger voice. And Bob, you know, congratulations to you. And I know you will be a clarion call for getting the things we deserve down here, and you know, I'll be behind you as well, as we all will be, because we are an island and we will work together. Thank you.